Hey, happy Friday. So we're into March. Already it's the 5th day into March and no rain so far. And I'm no longer swimming to my car in the morning. All is good. All right, so today in honor of St. Patty's Day coming up, we are going to make bangers and mash. Bangers, of course, is a sausage. And they call them bangers because back in World War I, because of the meat shortage, they were made with such high water content that they would sometimes explode when they were under pressure. So they would bang. So just a little history lesson there. So I couldn't find any bangers, so I ended up getting some mild Italian sausage at Walmart. Just to note that, please pay attention, because I thought this was just one layer until I bought it, and then I realized it's 2 layers. So you only need 1 packet. Okay, you're gonna need, you're gonna need about a pound and a half to 2 pounds, depends, on potatoes. Ended up getting this little bag, it's a pound and a half of little red potatoes. That's because A, they were cute. B, I did not want to peel them. All I did was cut them into 4ths. They've been soaking in some water. But you do rustic, yellow, finger, whatever kind you want. You're going to need some chicken broth. Nope, beef broth. And some onions. I cheated and got mine already diced up. Some Worcestershire sauce, because you know that's how you pronounce it. And some minced garlic. And it calls for, of course, Guinness. But I don't have any Guinness. Let's see, beef broth. You're going to need some cornstarch later to thicken up the gravy in it. And, of course, butter, milk, salt, and pepper to make the mash later. Now, this is an all-in-one pot. So, with your Instant Pot, go ahead and put it on saute so you can get nice and hot. And if you don't have one, or if you do, you go ahead and get the steamer basket that hopefully maybe have come with your Instant Pot. If not, I would assume any steamer basket, as long as it's not too tall. So you kind of want to get one that's probably about, regular cake size. And your trivet. It doesn't matter. I know there's probably 500 different trivets that they give you. It doesn't matter as long as it just sits up off of everything. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and put my potatoes in here. And I'm just going to let that drain a little bit. And what you want to do is you want to spray a little bit, not much, just a little bit of oil into it. And then you want to get your sausages out. And you want to lay them in here. You're just browning them up. They call for 6 of them, so that 1 2-pound sausage thing was perfect. It was 6 for the first batch and 6 for this batch. So in all honesty, it was perfect. And of course, I'm going to let that cook just for a little bit to kind of get some brown on each side. And while you're doing that, go ahead, if you haven't already, go ahead and cut your onion up. Or do as I do and just open it up. And you also want to pour this in here because you just want to get a nice caramelization on everything. Don't breathe in when you're putting onions in, y'all. Alrighty. And then I put a little salt and pepper on top just to give it everything a little helping. Especially the salt, because that helps speed up the onions, help them sweat it, as they will call it. But that's supposed to cook for 5 minutes. And of course, we're not going to let it cook for the whole 5 minutes because, yeah. And then you're going to need, it calls for 1 cup of beef broth and then 1 cup of Guinness. Well, since I'm not doing Guinness, I'm going to do 2 cups of beef broth. Now, if you don't want to do 1 cup of beef broth, I guess you could do 2 cups of Guinness. However you want to do it. Like I said, this is yours to make.
Emma said, hey.
Hey. And then you just sort of flip them over. And get some nice little brown on them. And that's all it is. They're going to cook. Just getting that nice little brown crispiness on them. So you're getting the onions to sweat down some. Like I said, you don't need much oil, if any, because these sausages are going to create their own oil. Of course, if you're a vegetarian, they do have meatless sausage over there by the tofu area. I bet that would be perfect in this still. Of course, you can, instead of beef broth, I'm sure you can use vegetable broth and get the same taste, or at least some feeling of the same thing. Now, what you want to do, excuse me guys, is pour your 2 cups. Go ahead and turn off your saute. And go ahead and pour your 2 cups of liquid. Whatever 2 cups of liquid you decide to do. And then you're going to want a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. And it calls for 1 clove of garlic. Measure that with your heart, people. Because if you really like garlic, your clove of garlic might be a tablespoon. If you're not a big garlic person, but you want the flavor, I would suggest maybe tipping it over and just the juice that's on the inside. So it would give you the flavor of the garlic, but not the little garlic pieces, if you don't like garlic chunks. And let's see. All right, that's it for that. So then what you want to do, and you want to take your trivet and just stick it in there. And you want to take your potatoes and stick it on top. And when it is, the steam is going to just come up and cook them. Of course, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on my potatoes. If you want to, like I said, if you're a garlic person, put a little bit of garlic on there. That way you can cook inside the potatoes. Then, put your lid on. Make sure it's sealed. And then you want to pressure cook. And it's not even that long. I don't know why it's telling me that long. I only did it for 20 minutes. And that's it. Leave it alone. Walk off. Have a good time. Go drink the rest of that Guinness if you didn't use it all. And then when you're done, you want to get out all your sausages, and you would, with 2 tablespoons of cold water to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, you want to make a slurry. And after you've took them out, the sausages, you want to put it in here, and that will make your gravy. So now you have your bangers. And then you want to just mix up your potatoes with your butter and your milk, or however you decide to do your potatoes. And there you go, guys. You got your bangers, you got your mash with your onion gravy. And now you have supper, and maybe lunch tomorrow. Let me know if you tried. I'm sure we'll be eating it here in a little bit, and I'll let y'all know if y'all. Now next week, see, Miss Wendy's going to do the NCCBA books.
North Carolina Book Awards.
Thank you. And Miss Jessica's going to be talking about magic. Woo! And then I am going to do the Family Fun Friday is next week, y'all. And we are going to end up doing Shamrock Sun Catchers. Thank you. Because you know I forget my words sometimes. So you come by, well, they're ready now, but you can come by tomorrow and come by starting Monday and come get your craft. You'll have everything in there that you'll need to make it, but that is Friday at 11. And let's see, Miss Wendy has a Zoom from the desk of Zoe Washington reading with, so if you're part of that, be sure to mark your calendars for all that. And guys, y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. Let me know if you make this and how you did differently. And y'all have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.